Part of our modern psychology is to imagine that we are somehow so far advanced from our predecessors that we now represent the pinnacle of civilization.
It's called Derinkuyu, and it's a marvel of engineering. The bottom line here is, just to throw it out there, they don't know who built it.
It is first referenced all the way back in 370 BC. Graham Hancock, it is also speculated by people such as him and others that this was a place where people who were living took shelter from the Ice Age.
The most important issue to me is the issue of a global cataclysm at the end of the Ice Age. What caused that cataclysm is a secondary issue. The cataclysm itself is the primary issue.
Imagine stumbling across a hidden door in your home that leads to an ancient underground city, extending deep into the Earth's crust and sprawling enough to shelter tens of thousands of people.
Just to put things into perspective, if you travel underground in Derinkuyu from end to end, you're gonna walk 4 miles.
This isn't the plot of an Indiana Jones movie. It's the real-life discovery of Derinkuyu, the largest underground city in Turkey's historical region of Cappadocia. Carved from the soft volcanic rock and buried in secrecy, this subterranean labyrinth was not only a marvel of ancient engineering, but a crucial fortress in times of danger. This area is known for its soft volcanic rock formations called tuff, which are relatively easy to carve and were crucial in the development of numerous underground dwellings, with Derinkuyu being the most extensive. The city was rediscovered in 1963 by accident when a local man, during home renovations, knocked down a wall to find a passage leading to this vast ancient network.
And he took a sledgehammer to one of the walls, and when the walls came down, he saw that it was an opening into a cave.
This discovery unveiled a complex that extends more than 85 meters below the Earth's surface, hidden under what was thought to be just a typical Turkish rural settlement.
He had come to an opening where there were several other passages that he could take. And then he said, you know what, this is a little bit too much. So he ended up calling the authorities.
The origins of Derinkuyu are shrouded in mystery, but it is widely believed that the Phrygians, an ancient Indo-European people, initiated its construction in the 8th to 7th centuries BCE. Over the centuries, various groups expanded it, especially during the Byzantine era as a sanctuary from the 7th to the 11th centuries, amidst the Arab-Byzantine wars. The city served as a formidable refuge from Muslim-Arab incursions, capable of sheltering up to 20,000 people along with their livestock and supplies for extended periods. The city's architecture can be compared to that of a massive ancient submarine nestled under the rock, designed to be airtight and self-sufficient, mirroring a submarine's ability to provide safety against external perils with its life support systems. Derinkuyu is equipped with air shafts for ventilation and water wells that supported life independently from the outside world, protecting its inhabitants from the threats of war and invasion. The engineering marvel of Derinkuyu is as ingenious as it is expansive. The entire city was manually carved from volcanic rock, with corridors strategically designed to maximize space and functionality. It features everything necessary for prolonged underground life, including stables, churches, schools, and multiple storerooms.
The fact that they found a chapel gave to the theory that Christians were hiding there.
These spaces not only served their primary functions, but also doubled as meeting halls, illustrating a well-organized community capable of thriving under the surface. The city's layout and the architectural choices made reflect a profound understanding of both defensive strategy and urban planning, making Derinkuyu a fascinating study in ancient engineering and survival tactics. Continuing from the initial exploration of Derinkuyu's incredible architecture and its rediscovery, it's fascinating to delve deeper into the structural intricacies that make it a marvel of ancient engineering. The grandeur of Derinkuyu isn't just in its vast size. The sophisticated design carved from the region's soft volcanic rock showcases its complexity. The city extends about 85 meters underground and is capable of accommodating up to 20,000 people along with their livestock and essential supplies. The city is structured across 18 levels with only 8 open to the public. These levels are interlinked by miles of tunnels, each meticulously designed for both functionality and defense. The effort required to excavate and shape this massive subterranean complex is reminiscent of the monumental work seen in the Great Pyramids of Egypt, highlighting the extraordinary capabilities of ancient civilizations with limited technological means.
That actually is one of the moments when I realized how difficult the Great Pyramid must have been to build. With all the blocks and supposedly a huge workforce, so whatever the Egyptologists imagined was done, and I don't believe anybody knows how it was done.
Yeah.
One of the most pivotal features of Derinkuyu is its ventilation system, which includes over 15,000 narrow ducts, ensuring that fresh air circulates even to the lowest depths. This advanced engineering is akin to modern skyscraper technologies used to manage airflow efficiently across large buildings. Security was also a key element in the city's design. The narrow entrances forced individuals to bend while navigating the tunnels, a strategic choice that limited easy access by invaders. These could be further secured by large stone doors, which could be rolled across to block the passages, much like bunker doors in contemporary military uses. The internal layout of Derinkuyu suggests a highly organized society was at work here. The city included residential areas, communal spaces, stables, and ample storage facilities for food and wine, indicating a complex communal life that could be compared to modern cooperative living communities. Moreover, the sophisticated water system featuring an extensive network of wells and channels not only provided fresh water, but also protected its inhabitants from external threats, much like the aqueducts of ancient Rome. Religious and ceremonial sites were central to life in Derinkuyu. Numerous chapels and churches were intricately carved into the rock, replete with altars and baptismal fonts. The largest chapel, with a cruciform design at the city's deepest level, echoes the secretive religious practices of early Christians in the Roman catacombs, serving both as places of worship and safe havens. In this way, Derinkuyu was not just a place of refuge, but a beacon of ancient innovation, reflecting the depth of human creativity and resilience. Through its architectural wonders, this underground city continues to reveal the complexities of ancient life and the advanced understanding of urban planning and design that characterized early civilizations. Continuing the exploration of Cappadocia's fascinating underground cities, let's turn our attention to Kaymakli, which shares many historical similarities with Derinkuyu, yet presents a unique architectural narrative. Both cities date back to the 7th and 8th centuries BCE and are carved from the region's soft volcanic rock, known as tuff. This material has been integral to the development of the extensive subterranean networks for which the area is famous. However, Kaymakli differentiates itself by spreading more extensively across a horizontal plane rather than delving deeper into the earth, indicating a different approach in its architectural design and strategic planning. Kaymakli's layout is an architecturally sophisticated network spread over 8 levels, though today, only 4 of these levels are open to visitors. The city's extensive horizontal spread creates a labyrinthine network of tunnels and rooms that have been strategically designed to enhance defensive capabilities. The maze-like passageways and narrow tunnels are particularly noteworthy as they restrict movement and effectively force potential invaders to move in single file. This design not only made it easier to defend the city, but also demonstrated a highly advanced understanding of urban planning and warfare strategy. By incorporating such intricate defense mechanisms directly into the city's architecture, Kaymakli's builders ensured that their city was not just a place to live, but a fortress capable of withstanding potential sieges. Through its sprawling tunnels and smartly designed bottlenecks, this underground city exemplifies the incredible ingenuity of ancient Cappadocian civilizations in adapting their urban constructions to meet both the needs of their communities and the demands of their security. Building on the fascinating historical and architectural narrative of Kaymakli, it's interesting to delve deeper into the specifics of its design and how these elements contributed to its functionality as both a living space and a fortress. The architectural network within Kaymakli is a testament to the engineering prowess of its ancient builders. The expansive maze of tunnels and rooms wasn't just for daily living, it was crucial for defense. The narrow, winding passageways, many just tall enough to force a person to stoop, acted as natural deterrents during enemy incursions. These cramped quarters significantly disadvantaged taller individuals and large groups who could be easily ambushed by the city's defenders. The city was ingeniously planned to support a complete societal structure underground. Each floor of Kaymakli could function as an independent unit, equipped with all the necessities for prolonged isolation. The layout of Kaymakli bears striking similarities to the mythological labyrinth of King Minos in Crete, designed to disorient and trap the Minotaur. Like this ancient labyrinth, Kaymakli's complex network of passageways was strategically designed to protect its inhabitants by maximizing defensive advantages and restricting enemy movement. This design reflects the defensive architecture that is typical of ancient Cappadocian settlements. Unlike Derinkuyu's vertical expansions, Kaymakli's more horizontal spread allowed for easier communication and movement of troops within the city during emergencies, offering a strategic edge. Overall, Kaymakli not only showcases the architectural innovations of its time, but also symbolizes the ingenuity of ancient societies in leveraging their environment for survival. From its communal living spaces to its defensive mechanisms, the city illustrates a sophisticated understanding of urban planning and military defense that was remarkably advanced for its era.
Japan is a megalithic culture. Many of the megaliths in Japan have never really been properly studied. This doesn't happen naturally. This is a man-made structure. Unless there's any doubt that it's man-made, let's get up close and look at it. It's made of individual blocks of stone. Having gone to all the work of creating huge megaliths like this, they wouldn't have wasted them.
Imagine standing before a vast network of subterranean caverns, extending thousands of square meters deep into the earth, carved from the unique volcanic tuff known as Oya stone. When these caverns at the Oya stone quarry in Utsunomiya were first created, it seemed nearly impossible for humans of that era to shape such an immense and complex structure, yet somehow they did, with nothing more than rudimentary tools and sheer human effort.
I want to know what else is going to be found that hasn't been investigated yet at all. We're just touching the edge of a huge mystery.
Did this really happen? Or was there more at play here than meets the eye? Fast forward to today, and despite our advanced technology and engineering prowess, replicating such a feat remains a formidable challenge. This marvel of both natural formation and human endeavor invites us to explore its depths, uncovering the secrets held within its echoing chambers and imposing walls.
I think we're confronted by an enormous mystery with megalithic sites all around the world, and we don't understand them properly.
The Oya stone quarry, with its deep historical roots in Japan's architectural landscape, offers a fascinating glimpse into the evolution from localized resource extraction to significant industrial use. The exact discovery date of the quarry isn't well documented, but evidence suggests that small-scale extraction of Oya stone began around the Heian period.
I think the dating of quite a number of megalithic sites needs to be reconsidered.
It quickly became popular for its unique properties, particularly its ease of carving when freshly quarried, which made it ideal for constructing religious structures like temples and shrines, as well as for creating detailed statues for these sites. As we move into the Edo period, the role of Oya stone expanded dramatically. This was a time of relative peace under the Tokugawa shogunate, marked by urbanization and the burgeoning need for more durable building materials. Oya stone, known for its enhanced fire resistance, became a critical resource in constructing robust, fire-resistant walls, particularly in Edo, modern-day Tokyo, which was prone to frequent fires.
Wildfires are what you expect when you have a bit of a comet air bursting up above you.
The quarry's activities intensified with technological advancements in mining, such as the introduction of better chiseling tools and more systematic methods for removing large stone blocks. The expansion of cities during this period necessitated large quantities of durable materials, and Oya stone was extensively used not just for building walls, but also for bridges and other infrastructure projects that required materials that could withstand both the elements and the threat of fire. As demand surged, the shogunate implemented stricter regulations to manage the quarry operations effectively, ensuring the extraction rates were sustainable and that the stone remained available for future generations. When we compare Oya stone with European limestone, which was used for similar purposes, we notice both materials share the property of hardening over time, which is ideal for constructions meant to endure. However, while limestone in Europe was often chosen for both its practical and aesthetic qualities, Oya stone's use in Japan was deeply intertwined with the country's cultural and religious practices, reflecting a unique blend of utilitarian and spiritual values. This distinction highlights not only the functional importance of Oya stone, but also its role in shaping the cultural heritage of Japan. The Oya stone quarry is celebrated for its production of Oya stone, a unique type of green, tough volcanic rock. Known for its distinctive qualities, this stone has been a cornerstone in Japanese architecture and art for centuries. Let's dive deep into its rich historical tapestry and uncover some fascinating details along with a compelling theory. Tracing back to around 800 AD during the early Heian period, the operations at the Oya stone quarry began in an era marked by the consolidation of power in the Japanese imperial court and a cultural boom influenced heavily by the Chinese Tang dynasty aesthetics. Initially, Oya stone was primarily used for constructing the foundations and lower structures of buildings in local villages, largely because of its accessibility and the ease with which it could be carved when freshly quarried. What makes Oya stone particularly intriguing is its unique physical property. It is relatively soft when first quarried, but hardens upon exposure to air. This feature allowed ancient builders to initially carve it with ease, and as it hardened, it would transform into a durable structural element. Not only did its warm beige to light grey hues and porous texture enhance the natural aesthetics of traditional Japanese buildings, but it also provided excellent insulation properties. As the Heian period progressed, the cultural center of Japan shifted to Kyoto, increasing the architectural demand for Oya stone, possibly spurred by its fire-resistant properties, an essential feature in an era prone to wooden structure fires. By the late Heian period, the stone's reach extended beyond local regions, finding its way into more significant and prestigious construction projects across Japan, such as temples, shrines, and statues.
I can't help thinking time capsule, that there was an intention to preserve this.
Ancient texts often highlight its use in substantial state-sponsored construction projects, suggesting a growing importance in the architectural landscape of the time. The rising demand for Oya stone led to a significant expansion of the quarry operations. Quarrying techniques evolved from simple manual methods to more organized mining activities involving larger labor forces. This expansion not only catered to the increasing architectural demands, but also became a focal point for local economic development, providing numerous jobs and contributing to the growth of surrounding communities. An intriguing theory about the Oya stone quarry is that it was discovered and initially developed under the auspices of the imperial family of Japan. This theory suggests that the imperial family might have used the quarry to demonstrate their divine right to rule by constructing temples and palaces with this unique stone.
Ancient cultures all around the world preserved a memory of a high civilization.
The frequent use of Oya stone in imperial and noble projects during the Heian period supports this theory. The distinctiveness of the stone and the grandeur it imparted to buildings would have symbolized the celestial and exalted status of the emperor, aligning perfectly with the imperial ambitions of the time. This fascinating hypothesis adds an additional layer of historical and cultural significance to the already rich narrative of the Oya stone quarry. Nestled in Utsunomiya, Tochigi Prefecture, the Oya stone quarry offers more than just a peek into the world of mining. It presents a fascinating interplay of geology, history, and acoustics. Let's delve into the intriguing details of its underground caverns, their extensive history, and unique characteristics. Spanning an impressive 20,000 square meters, these caverns form a vast subterranean network that has been shaped over centuries. In some areas, they plunge as deep as 60 meters, equivalent to a 20-story building. This vast and varied landscape not only offers a glimpse into the Earth's depths, but also tells the tale of its past through the very walls that form it. Etched with the marks of pickaxes and chisels, the cavern walls narrate the history of mining techniques that evolved through the ages. Occasionally, miners have left behind tools and artifacts, which have been preserved and are now part of the quarry's historical tapestry. The caverns also display an array of natural and man-made formations, from varied color strains and vein patterns to different mineral compositions, each adding a layer to the story of the region's geological history. Beyond their historical and visual appeal, these caverns are known for their exceptional acoustic properties. The porosity and density of the Oya stone allow for sound to be absorbed and dampened, creating an environment with minimal echo and clear sound quality. Drawing a comparison to the ancient underground cities of Cappadocia in Turkey, both carved directly into volcanic rock, highlights interesting contrasts. While Oya's caverns were primarily used industrially for mining, Cappadocia's were designed for habitation and protection, equipped with living quarters, churches, and even ventilation shafts. An intriguing theory about the Oya stone quarry suggests that its extensive network and depth could have offered strategic military advantages during historical conflicts. The caverns, with their complexity and depth, might have served as excellent hiding spots or secret passages, a theory supported by Japan's historical use of landscape features in military strategy. Moreover, the Oya stone quarry has caught the eye of the film and television industry due to its dramatic and otherworldly ambience. For instance, Martin Scorsese's Silence used the haunting backdrop of the caverns to portray the rugged landscapes of 17th century Japan, enhancing the grim atmosphere of the story. While not actually filmed at the quarry, the scenes within the fortress-like environments of Inception evoke a similar monumental scale and maze-like interiors that one can associate with the Oya stone quarry's vast network.